Hey everybody, this is Rykard here again, and welcome to another narrated Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle video. Today's video is a match against an opponent by the name of Trey, who is someone who was my stream watcher. I forget your tag that you were using on stream, so I'm just going to go by Trey for the remainder of the battle, and I'll update the title if you see this video and want me to change it. But as far as the team that I'm using in this battle is concerned, this is kind of my B team. I only really made 2 teams EV trained so far, so this is the second one. You saw the first one in the previous video, and these are probably going to be the main 2 teams that you're going to be seeing me use for the time being. But anyways, this team is quite a bit of fun. I just wanted to kind of explore some more Pokemon in the Gen 6 games, so there's not really much else to say about that. So you'll see how these Pokemon work as the battle progresses. But let's jump on into it right now. So to start things off, I decided to lead off with my Heliolisk as my opponent decided to lead off with a Furfrou. Now I do pack the Focus Blast on this Heliolisk, but I knew it could potentially go for Sucker Punch or might want to switch out right away since Furfrou is typically physically defensive because of Fur Coat. So I just go for the Volt Switch, and because he doesn't switch, I decided to switch out into my Carbink, which I know Furfrou doesn't really have great coverage for because it really only has normal moves, Sucker Punch, and Wild Charge, and its physical move pool, so it's not that big of a deal. But I decided to just go for a Moonblast, potentially if he wanted to stay in, since he did get up a Cotton Guard, but he decided to switch out into his Aegislash, which is a running joke with my stream, because every time I bring in Carbink, somebody brings in an Aegislash, and I have to switch out. But anyways, go on to my Chestnut right here. This is physically defensive, and I do take that hit fairly well. Go for the Leech Seed to rack up some damage on this Aegislash if it wants to stay in, but it turns out that this Aegislash actually packs the Aerial Ace, which I was not expecting whatsoever, which does a ton of damage. I managed to live with 7 HP, which is really nice, and get some back with the Leech Seed, but I cannot say it here because I kind of want to preserve my Chestnut for later. So I'm going to have to switch out to my Talonflame. I know I can take an Aerial Ace, potentially get the Flame Body to activate, but unfortunately he gets a crit, activates my Citrus Berry because that is the item that I have on this thing since I don't have multiple leftovers right now. But I knew that I could get a decent bit of health back, especially because of the Leech Seed damage. So right here, I know he has to switch, so I decided to take this opportunity to go for a Swords Dance, but he does switch out into his Blastoise, which is fairly bulky, and I don't think a +2 Brave Bird is going to kill. So rather than risk my Talonflame dying, I decided to switch out to my Heliolisk, which has the Dry Skin ability to potentially absorb a water move he might have wanted to go for. Turns out he just goes for the Iron Defense there, which was something I was not expecting, but I just go for the Thunderbolt right here in case he wanted to stay in or bring in something. I didn't feel like going for Volt Switch at that time, but I do also pack the Focus Blast, and like I said before, first turn didn't want to go for it, but right now, because this Abomasnow is in, I'm going to risk it potentially missing, but luckily it pays off and I get the kill on this Abomasnow, which is really nice. But the Hail is still going, and he brings in his Hawlucha, and I know Hawlucha outspeeds Heliolisk, so I do have to switch out right here, go into my Carbink, which is going to be able to take any hit from this Hawlucha very easily. Goes to the U-turn though, which is obviously resisted due to my Fairy typing, and he goes back out into his Aegislash, which again is just a problem. I can't really do anything about this fact, so again, I'm going to have to switch out, and this time I decide to go back out into my Chestnut, because I saved it before for Death Fodder. He goes for the Swords Dance though, which I was really freaking out at this point because I thought I was going to lose the match because he Swords Dances, he's going to Shadow Sneak me potentially, and I really don't have anything to hit him with right now. He's going to obviously Shadow Sneak, but he doesn't actually go for it, turns out. But I'm able to actually get off a Leech Seed right here, which is really nice because that's going to help wear this thing down slowly in the coming turns. But he takes me out right there with another move. And at this point, I'm just like, you know what? I can bring in my Heliolisk because if he has Shadow Sneak, he cannot hit me with it because I'm dual normal types with normal electric. So this Pokemon, along with other normal types, or normal type Pokemon with the secondary typing, tend to be very good switch-ins for Aegislash because he can't Shadow Sneak him. But anyways, Delphox comes in, and I have the Surf, but I assumed it wasn't going to kill. So I Volt Switch right there and go out into my Carbink, which again walls this Delphox pretty easily. It's going to go for a Psychic. It's only +1, but it still doesn't do that much. And I go for the Rock 2 right here. Get the speed lowered, which is going to be not that important because I do have a Scarfer, which I'm going to switch into right now, which is my Scarfed Malamar. And ladies and gentlemen, Scarf Malamar is freaking fantastic, let me tell you. So, bring it in, go for the superpower on this Delphox right here. Take it out because it's at a low range of health, and that worked out really well in the fact that my Carbink did not kill it. But because I'm Scarfed, I'm going to outspeed this Hawlucha. Now I'm at +2 defense, so he's going to go for a U-turn right here. But this is actually going to only do about half because I'm at +2, which is really freaking nice. So I'm just constantly locked into superpower right here because I have Choice Scarf, because I saw what else was on his team, and I'm like, you know what, this probably is going to be a good game at this point with the sweep. So now I'm at +3. He actually goes to the Iron Defense right here, which I kind of thought was a poor move, because he could have just went for an attack and possibly taken me out, because this Iron Defense, as you see, is not going to matter, because now I'm at +4, and I keep going. So he brings in his Furfrou, and obviously going to take this out very easily, and now I'm at +5, and you might be wondering, Rykard, did you use PP ups on your Malamar? And to that answer, I'm going to say, no, I have not used PP ups on my Malamar. So I used all 5 of my superpowers, meaning all I have left is Struggle, and I take out this Hawlucha with a Struggle. How cool is that? I got a Struggle kill. But anyways, that was partly why I wanted to upload this battle, because it was just really funny. I think Scarf Malamar is going to be a very big threat, in my opinion, at least one of the more common ways to use Malamar. It gets perfect coverage with Superpower, Psycho Cut, and Night Slash, and it also has access to Switcheroo, which is the last move on this set to potentially trick your Scarf to something else. It's a really good Pokemon in terms of being a Scarfer. It's not super fast like other Scarfers are, but if you take those out or something, or if there's a way to easily sweep with this thing, it's definitely a huge threat. But that is it for this battle, everybody. So, in closing, I'm going to show you this little end screen right here, which you're going to see right now. Just reminder, you know, subscribe if you like the video. Follow me on the Twitch TV and the Twitter. Also, my 6th Gen Pokemon Analysis Moveset Database, whatever you want to call it, is actually finished right now. With all the 6th Gen Pokemon, I'm going to be adding the older ones in eventually once I have the time to, so it's just going to be a giant database of Pokemon movesets. So click the link in the description to go see that, because it is finished. I have every single possible moveset that I could think of for each of the 6th Gen Pokemon, except for Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde right now. I'll do those later. And then also, obviously, join my Zat. People are always chatting in there. It's usually the same people every time, but it'd be nice to have a lot of people on, exchanging friend codes, battling, trading, talking over Showdown, discussing the metagame, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, feel free to partake in any of those things, and that is it for this video, everyone. So as always, take care, goodbye, and I will see you all next time.